So, how we should proceed? How should we set our goals? So, first, we have to go back learning lesson that whatever in the beginning of 2024 we committed, we put lot of resolutions, personal goal, material goal, spiritual goal. How many of the goal you really think? But we are in the last week of this month, last week of the week this year. How to set the goals? Did whatever the goal you set, did you achieve? Or you already achieved in 6 months? Or no, I started only 10%. So we have to self evaluate. And now I think in the most of the companies also end of the year, everyone has to do their own appraisal first. Then we have to evaluate ourselves. And then our manager will say, oh yeah, you did it, you didn't do it, you didn't complete it, whatever that thing is, it will come. But now our focus is what are the spiritual goal you set, and how much of the things, maybe out of 100%, oh I completed 50. You don't have to tell, but tell yourself, write it down somewhere, because that is very very important to progress in a spiritual life. And now the bigger challenge which I saw in the material world and the spiritual world is we don't know how to set the goals. People will think, oh I know very well. I can guarantee you that you don't know set the goal. If you set the goal, if you didn't finish, then you don't know how to prioritize, how to commit to that one, and how much confidence you are that you are able to finish within that year. There are huge gap, and these based on my personal experience, uh, from the material life and as well as in the spiritual life from last 15-16 years. The thing is, make it as a small goal that I want to complete this year, and I want to do it, but committed very like in the क्या बोलते हैं दृढ़ way में, like very very with the full will that I'm going to do it. So I know we are in the end of the last week of this year. The goal, whatever we set, if you complete it, that's good. But how to see the goal? Material goal is, maybe we can discuss material goal, how to set it, because yesterday my Bhagavad Gita class, some of the student, they are more interested in the material goal also, because they can use in their personal life and in the offices, which I gave one of the candidate. I think she already had those details. But spiritual goal is most of the material goal. Let me in the simple manner is, material goal is whatever I will do, I want to make myself happy. That is the material goal. But the spiritual goal is how to make Guru and Krishna happy. It's a huge difference, right? Now you are not thinking about yourself. You are thinking about the Lord and your Guru and your Siksha teacher, or whoever your inspirational person who got you into this Krishna conscious path. So, how we can achieve that one? What I should do, my Guru will be happy, right? So, if we are initiated, or if we already think that these are my Guru, then how I can connect with them? So, just my simple I can give you, or maybe in person class also next week I have in Bhagavad Gita that session to set the goals, and some of the goals is related with our chanting, and what are the things we should do while chanting, what are the things we should not do while chanting. So I prepared one other sessions for them. I know most of you are very familiar with the chanting process, but I'm going to have that session with some new beginners. That is very very important, because our Krishna consciousness, our main pillar is our how we chant, and how we will read our Prabhupada books, how listen to the Prabhupada lectures. These are our core pillars. If we don't do regularly, then it won't stand. Like when we build the house, right? First, before building up, we will go down. We will dig down 3-4 feet so that my pillar will be solid. So those pillars need to be so much solid that as you keep on adding new floors and things, it will stand and it should not shake. So your sadhana, your spirituality, your bhakti should be so firm that no one can dismantle your bhakti the pillars. And that only become when you commit. You set your very solid goals. And now the questions are, maybe I think newcomers, they will say, Prabhuji, I don't know what are should be my goals for the next year for the newcomers. But you, most of you, are joined Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam class and going to the temple for many, many years, right? So setting your goals should be much easier than the newcomers. For the newcomers, their goal is, I don't want to tell them, okay, from the day one, you start 16 chanting. If they will do it, that's awesome. If they're not, then I will at least start with the 4 or 8 rounds, minimum 4 or 8 rounds they should commit the daily basis, no matter what. Skip your lunch, skip your 1 hour sleep. Clearly, no exceptions, until you are in the ICU and deathbed and you have the mask of the oxygen on your nose. Until then, you should be able to chant at least minimum. If you are more than 16 plus age, you should do minimum 8 rounds. If you say, Prabhuji, I don't have time, thanks, you didn't started, at least start with 4. No exception of 1. Yesterday in the class also, one of the Mataji says, when I do one mala, my mind is going like 20 different places. She's new. But I say that you have to fake it until you make it, because your mind will go. Now after 15 years also, we, while doing the chanting, we are resolving the problems. It still happens to us, but the process is you have to bring that mind back. And chanting has to be, I'm going to share more details from Mahatma Das chanting japa classes, which I attended multiple times. I have his book. He prescribe some of the best way, what you should do, what you should not do while chanting also, right? So that is the one thing you can commit, that minimum, because I know most of you are 16 plus age. So start with minimum 4 to 8 rounds. And and the questions will come, what time I should do. Within that entire 24 hour you should do it, but the recommendations is early morning. And the early morning is before sunrise, and try one round before sunrise. I can guarantee you that. And the same day, do one at the night before going to the bed. You will see huge difference. That one round will, what is the difference of chanting before sunrise at 5 o'clock, 4:30? Somehow if you got up, take the beat bag, chant one round in the peaceful way, your mind won't go anywhere. It will still go, but compared to the evening or the night chanting, mind is very firm. You can easily, because there was no sound, no one is making any sound, bird is also sleeping. So you can, by the most of the bird will get up, but it's very peaceful. Try one round at the morning early hour, then increase by 4 early morning and 4 at the evening. If you do that one commit, then Guru and Krishna will be so pleased. And if you say, okay, 4 round and I will read one shloka morning, that is your goal. For entire year, non-stop, I'm going to do that. Right? We spend lot of hours in watching so many nonsense thing in our phone. I can guarantee that is an average that day Amrinder Prabhu was class giving, as based on the study from the our all the telecom companies. 4 hour 27 minutes is an average every human being who's having that all the smartphones. They are spending that many hours in the phone. Based on the connectivity, based on the apps, they counted that number of 4 hour 27 minutes. And I'm not different, I'm also spending the same time, but it depends that on the phone what I'm doing, right? So we should not bringing the excuse that, Prabhuji, I don't have 20 minutes, and the entire day I have 1440 minutes. I don't have 20 minutes to chant my 4 rounds. That's completely unacceptable to Krishna, to Guru, and to anyone, right? Our goal should be the chanting. Minimum, I would say, if you can do 8, that is wonderful. That is, you are almost 50% to the target. But if you can do 4 rounds, no minimum than the 4 round, don't stick to the one round for 6 minutes and spending 4 hours on the phone. Reduce the phone, reduce your sleep, skip your meal, whatever it will take, but complete your that committed round for entire year. That's the one goal. On top of that, okay, what else I can do? What else? Early morning, if you can go to prabhupadvani.org, listen to Prabhupada lecture for 30 minutes. And there is an option you can increase the speed because Prabhupada speak very slowly thing. You can make 1.25 speed, 1.5 also. You can finish that lecture under the 30 minutes. And you can't believe that when you start listening to the Prabhupada lecture, you will get so many nectar there. Prabhupada is referring so many books, Chaitanya Charitra, all the Puranas, and giving the so beautiful example, and it will help you to preach also. Your faith becomes so strong, right? So this is the second thing. And third is reading the Prabhupada books. If you have the time, take one page, one shlok from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Puran, any of the Prabhupada books, just grab it and read one page. And reading one page, I can tell you, should not take more than 5 to 7 minutes. That's it. Less than that, actually. One shlok. These are the three things. You can do more than more goal. Oh, Prabhuji, this is very easy. I knock it down before 6 a.m. So, what are the other things I can do? So, if you want more than these three, and if you are able to do it, please call me. I can give you 5 more things which you can do to please Krishna. But these three things, listening to the lecture, reading the Prabhupada book, and chanting. And the fourth thing is always eat prasadam. But these three things is very, very important for us, right? And if you listen to any of our Guru Maharaj lecture, if he didn't mention the preaching and chanting in that lecture, I think it's very rare. He is very much focused. When you get that knowledge, share with others, right? So whatever happened in the 2024, we can just skip that part. But for 2025, just take some time this year that what are the things you can do for next year, beginning of the next year, right? That is important. So I would like to stop here. Any points or anything you want to add? Or if it's not, then I will ask Krishna Shanam Prabhuji to share some of his experience and what we should do for 2025.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams to all. I think you covered everything. I don't think there is anything I can add. As you said, chanting is more important. Of course, the mind, it never stays in one place. Even Arjuna had trouble, when he was explaining all the yoga and everything. And he said, it's so difficult. I can control the wind, but I cannot control my mind. But then Krishna says, of course, it's not easy. He agreed. Even Krishna agrees that hard to control the mind. But he says practice and renunciation, two things. So, renunciation is, if you are not attracted to other material things, they don't come and bother you.
Yeah.
And then, the mind goes somewhere, just bring it back. That's the practice.
Yeah.
So it's not that, 100% your mind will stay calm all the times. I think you have to become a yogi or something. But we are on this material world, so we cannot become yogis.
Yeah.
So we just practice, 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 and practice. So until, maybe one day
Yeah.
we can do it. So, and as you said, chanting, reading, and listening to Prabhupada lectures. So that there are so many lectures. That's all I do. I can't even read. I have problem. So I just listen and I just chant Prabhu. That's all I can do. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Nice
Hare-
instructions for the new year.
Yeah.
So, and Happy New Year to all. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I think you are one of the inspiration to me and many other people. With all the challenges with the physical body, with the eyes, you never miss any of the things. Your daily sadhana and attending the classes and online everywhere, wherever the my weekly classes I go there, you will be there. So thank you. That is the one thing. Our body won't be remain the same after 20 years. And if we are committing that, okay, I want to do my sadhana after 20 years or 65 age or 70, it's impossible. We don't have that much of a strength like Krishna Sharanam Prabhuji. It's not
No, Prabhu,
easy.
I'm very, very, very weak now.
No, no, but
I'm
Prabhuji,
not
that is the
like I
one
used
for
to be,
us as
Prabhu.
a thing. In that, why I have to wait for that age to do the sadhana when I can do now, when my
Exactly,
body can
exactly.
support, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do our
But
business and done and go back to the Krishna place. So take that this precious time when my eyes are working and I can hear clearly my walk, I can cook prasadam and I can read by myself. When I have that much of opportunity and my body is supporting, why I should wait for 20 more years when I can do now? And Prabhupada says it will take 1 minute to please Krishna. So why we have to suffer in this? Correct. So this is my thought process. I don't want to go like around the way and telling, okay, please do this one. I said no, there should not be exception. You should be committing yourself that I am doing 4. And if the next time you will see after the end of the January, please tell me that, oh, I committed, now I'm going to do it, right? And who will get the benefit? You will get the benefit. Your next generation will get the benefit of your sadhana. Your children will see that how sincere you were, and then the child will learn from the father and mother, and he will or she will continue the same thing, same trend, and they will say, okay, my grandfather used to do this one, and this is the way we can make Guru and Krishna happy. So there is no other options, and we cannot take like, okay, yeah, is a possibility. No. And I'm taking very seriously for myself also. I'm putting few other goals which my resolution already started in Kartik month. I don't want to keep it for the January 1st. So in my lecture also I told, I think few months back, our for the devotees, our resolution is start in Kartik month, because Kartik month is so auspicious. Whatever the commitment you will do, you will get thousands and thousands of benefit. And there is no guarantee that you will get the new Kartik month next year. Maybe we won't be here. So resolution is start from Kartik month. Do the same thing for the rest of the year till next Kartik month. That is somehow I got that concept. I don't want to keep, and my resolution already started. I'm following that one, trying my best, that every day, and sometime in person class I can share my goals also. But if you want to share, if you want to personally share, please share with me, so that when you share with someone else, that is the very important thing. When you set the goal and share with the other person, then you are bound to complete that the goal. You stick with the goal. If you make a goal, put it on the paper and no one knows, then you will neglect, oh, anyway no one knows this one. But if you share with the 2 3 peoples, then, oh, I know that I already committed, and 2 people already know that one person always should be the Krishna. Go to the temple and in front of Krishna tell that this is my goal, I will try my best to please you. And tell, you can share with me, if you a little hesitant, call Krishna Sharanam Prabhuji and call your best friend and tell that this is my goal. And if you want to keep some of the material goal also, people will have some material goal. I want to read that many books. That's perfectly fine. And I want to be healthy. I want to reduce my weight. Most of the 90% people, I want to reduce weight or increase weight, whatever that thing is. So nothing wrong, because this body has to be maintained to perform our sadhana. So if you have some goals for the things like Amit Prabhu, he is very committed. He do his regular exercise. He go for everything, walk, running. That's very nice. So, maintaining this body not for the sense enjoyment, to do the sadhana is the key goal. Once the body will be happy, then it will be easy, right? I want to stop here. Any thoughts, points, or anyone wants to share some suggestions, please go ahead.
To me again.
Yes, Amit Prabhu.
Yeah. No, so like we talk about spiritual and material, like, and always like, or even for the spirituality, we need material. thing, right? So we cannot ignore those, right?
Correct.
Particularly like as we talk about all the time, like we cannot be in sannyas.
Yeah.
It has to be done. Like if we need to spread to buy books, you need money, right? To
Right.
have to go to the somewhere else, you need to travel, you need money. So
Prabhuji, one question I will ask, right?
yeah,
Why you are traveling, right? Is this for the devotional purpose or for the sense gratifications or for the business or for the leisures, whatever that thing is? You have to ask. You don't have to tell now, but you have to ask why I'm traveling. And Krishna never says that you have to renounce your work. Work with the devotion is the mention in the chapter number 5, Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 2nd. We already read that one. Is karma yoga in Krishna consciousness. He says that I recommend both of them. Like I like both, but my recommendation is work in devotion. You should not leave your work. We need to pay our bill, we need the food, we need everything. But in the need, we become greedy. Then the greedy become not for Krishna, for our sense gratifications. So there is a very thin line that why I needed that much money, right? The people have $1 million, they want to double that $1 million. Not for Krishna, for the how I can enjoy my senses. So there is a very thin Prabhu, but I know your point is definitely I have to work. We all are working. Krishna Shanam Prabhuji, I think, worked for more than 50 years. He came in US in 1972. He worked. But at the same time, he took that bhakti to that level. So we need to think that why we need it. Amit, I know your intention is not like sense enjoyment, but yeah,
yeah,
your point is very valid that we should earn, we should have a better lifestyle, we should our healthy thing to make my body also. I need a healthy food and everything. Everything is needed for my to maintain my body. But at the same time, how and how much of the time I'm spending for my bhakti. That is the only key point. That's a good point, Amit Prabhu.
yes, means that's kind of like what I have observed. And other thing with question, like I think I have another question is this is we talk about, and I think
Okay,
let us
let's do one thing, Prabhu. I will call you because I know your some of the questions is very personal thing also, but we will have one-on-one discussion. I will take that question. Thank you. Thanks. I know you have very nice and very sweet questions. Last time also you asked and we discussed that one, but we will definitely discuss. I want to stop here.